Hi, my name is Rachit Chikara. I'm from India and I'm a data analytics professional. In my recent project with PayU, which is a global fintech, I worked in the SMB lending vertical, where we have used data analytics for enhancing the SMB lending. And in this introductory video, I will give you an overview that how we can utilize Power BI for the insight generation. And in this order, let's go to the next slide where we will see that what is the overall development process that we follow in Power. So here's the diagram that depicts what is the overall development process that we follow in Power BI. So let's try to understand this from the very beginning. So here we have the first step where we connect Power BI to the data sources. These data sources can be on-premise databases, can be in cloud, or the simple flat files that we can connect from the local system. After connecting to databases, we further move to the second step, which is the data cleaning step. In Power BI, we have a self-serving ETL tool, which is known as Power Query Editor. In Power Query, we have a different functionalities where we can utilize them for the data cleaning purpose. We can remove columns, we can add columns, we can change the data types, we can do pivoting, we can do a lot of data manipulation as per the requirement. After doing all those data manipulation and when the data is ready, we take it to the next step into the Power Pivot. In Power Pivot, we can create data models where the data coming from different tables will be able to interact with each other, and that would further help us for the insight generation. After doing the data modeling, what we can do, we can go to the next step, which is the data visualization step, where we can use different elements like different types of chart, including bar chart, a line chart, donut chart, pie chart, and different varieties of charts, and we can do the data visualization, right? So this is the overall development process that we follow in Power BI, starting from the connecting to data sources, to data cleaning, then to data modeling, and further to the data visualization. Now let's jump directly for the hands-on experience. Let's try these functionalities in Power BI itself. Here we have Power BI Desktop, which can be installed from Microsoft Store or from the official Microsoft website. When we install and when we open it, so this is the by default home page. To work on a dashboard and for the insight generation, we will go on a blank report right here. We will click over here. So this is the blank report that we will get, and on this report, we will be creating dashboards and doing the data visualization. Now, as we have seen in the previous slide, what was the first step? Well, the first step is to connect it to the databases or the different data sources. Now, in this example, we will see how to connect Power BI to a database, which is MySQL, right? So to do the same, we will go to this option in the ribbon tab, which is Get Data. I will click over here, and in this option, we will go to the More. After clicking on the More, we will have a dialog box, which will allow us to connect to a lot of data sources. Now, since I want to connect to MySQL, I will just simply write MySQL right here, and it will give us the functionality to connect to a MySQL database. I will just click over there and click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, a dialog box will come where we will be requiring to fulfill the information related to what is the server IP, what is the database name. To get this information, what you can do, you can go to a MySQL database, and here we have an option of settings. I'll go just there, and I can get these IPs. I'll just copy it. I will go to Power BI, and I will paste it. Since I know what is the database in my MySQL workbench, I'll just simply write the name of that database to whom I want to connect. And I will press OK. After clicking OK, it will create a connection with MySQL workbench. Now, once the connection is made, a new dialog box will open, which would show us the different table present out there in the database. Now, to have an overview about these tables, we can simply click over here, and we can see the underlying data, right? So we have several tables out here. So now for this example, I will be utilizing customer data, where we have customer related information. I will also utilize some order items, order data. So let me load these tables to my Power BI. I'll just simply select all the tables that I want to load. Now, after selecting all these required tables, I have two options: either to directly load data to my data model, or to first do the data transformation using Power Query Editor. Now since my data looks okay, I'll just directly load it to my Power Pivot and do the data modeling. After I click OK, so all the data that I have selected will start loading to my Power Pivot for the data modeling purpose. Once the data is loaded, I will go to my Power Pivot, and to navigate it to the Power Pivot, I will just simply click over here, which is the third icon. In Power BI, we have four different navigation options. One is the Power View, which you can see right now. Here we will be creating our dashboards and we can create different types of charts right here. The second view is the table view, where we can access all the tables that we have loaded and we can see like what type of data we are working with. Now the third is Power Pivot, where we can see the data model and we can create the data model. The fourth is the DEX, which is data analysis expression, with which we can do a lot of advanced analytics. We can create measures, we can create columns, we can create tables. Now let us go to the My Data Model tab. Since Power BI have automatically detected the relationship between two tables, orders and order items. Now we have one more table, which is my customer table. And in my customer, we have a customer ID. And also we will be creating the relationship of this customer ID to eCart order, which is with the customer ID only. So we have a customer ID to create a relationship. If Power BI is not able to detect that, I'll just simply drag it and drop it on the customer ID present in the customer table. Now new dialog box will open and it would ask me like from which table I want to use which column for the relationship purpose. So Power BI have automatically detected all the columns and the tables. So I will just simply see and check if everything is all right. It seems to be all right now. And then I will directly go and press save to save these options right here. Once I save that, Power BI will create a relationship between these two tables as well, where eCart customer have one-to-many relationship with eCart order. So one here deposit the one and starts one-to-many relationship, and in the same way we have one-to-res to eCart order items also. Now let's go to the next tab, which is a report view, where we will see a simple visualization. I will just simply go to different tables right here. I will see, for example, let's create a location-wise quantity being sold. I will just go to the focus mode, and we can see since this data is related to United States, so we can see right in this region what is the quantity being sold. I will also add one more dimension, which is I would add a status from right here to legend to take it to the next level. So in this way, when I add a status right here, it would further segregate my data points into the status. If it is shipped, if it is pending, or in what status it is right now. So in this way, we can have a further segregation in which we have like a location-wise total quantity being sold and what is the status of that quantity. Right? In this region, we can see the total quantity being sold, and in the pending status is 270, and which is shipped is 260. So here we have 200. This is the total quantity with respect to this region, and in this way we can have a data point with respect to different addresses where this quantity is being sold from these customers. So this is the way with which we can do location-wise analysis and geographical analysis of our customer. So I hope you like this video. Thank you.